What's all the P.M.S. with Coach G? It's positively motivating sisters with purpose, meaning, style. Are you ready for positive conversations inspiring you to your next level? Do you need motivation to get you growing? Are you a sister, woman, leader, boss, mom, wife, female, her, she? I think you know what I mean. Are you seeking purpose in your life? Do you know the meaning for which you stand? Do you know your style is your unique authenticator? If you answered yes to any one of these questions, this podcast is designed with you in mind, which embodies the whole you, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and spiritually. Sisters, we are on a journey in connecting you from where you are to your what's next with purpose, meaning, style, and it all starts with you. Hi, this is Coach G. Think of me as your chief P.M.S cheerleader, motivating and wanting to see you win in your personal and professional life. Your connector, guiding you and bridging the gap from where you are to your what's next. I am your leadership and growth coach, empowerment speaker, author, mom, wife, Christian, and I get to serve you in doing what I am passionate about. You. Sisters, we are on a journey for you living your life on purpose, for purpose, with purpose, meaning, style. Thank you for listening in. Oh my goodness, we are in episode 60, and we are going to talk about override the noise in your mind. So let's start with this. Your mind can take you places before you get there. Your mind can create things before you see it. Your mind can make you feel something without knowing the truth. Your mind can have you think a certain way before asking the question or making a move. It can be a lot of noise, but can we talk about ways to override the noise? When you think about override, it is a way to interrupt the action of something, and that is what we're going to talk about. Our mind is like a highway of traffic. Think of it that way. For some, when you are in traffic, let's tell the truth, you may curse, fuss, blow your horn, cut people off. You're impatient, uneasy, stressed. And you know what? You can go back and listen to episode 58 where I talk about stress relief. For some of us in traffic, well, you decide to make the best of it. Listen to a motivating podcast like What's All the PMS. Play some of your favorite music, pray, relax, because you know you're on your way to your destination and you will get there on time, even if it's late because of the traffic. But what matters to you is getting there safely. For some of us, though, you in your thoughts, you would rather not get into it. So you just say, I'm not going anywhere. So, our mind can create scenarios and scenes and feelings and emotions and beliefs for us, and we react that way. But today, again, we're going to talk about how are you overriding the noise or how you can override the noise. Your thoughts are seeds you plant, and as you continue to feed your thoughts, whether negative or positive, it will germinate, or let's say grow. Aren't we all about growth? But it will grow, therefore, becoming an action. You begin to act on it. So let's get straight into those tips. It's three that I want to offer to you, and we call them our PMS tips. But how you can override the noise. You know what? Empower your self talk. What are you saying to yourself? I ask you that question, throughout some of the other episodes when we're talking, but what language is empowering you, or what language is empowering to you? What do you believe? And I will add, what do you believe in? Since my belief, of course, in God and as a Christian, I choose to rely on my faith. Do I have hard times and troubles? Yes. Do the noise get so loud that I'm just like wanting to say, I give up, I don't want to do it anymore? Yes. But it becomes a choice. So then I must choose. And at the moment, choose when the noise gets that loud or that chaotic, or like that, we said our minds like that traffic, how are we responding to that? So I respond with what builds, uplifts, encourage, motivate, and inspires me to keep me moving forward. And the noise or chatter that tries to speak up, you know what? You got to talk back. This is a time you don't shut down, cower down, go silent. No, you talk back with the power inside of you. So when I can hear it, just ringing in my thoughts, oh, you can't do this, or you're not going to be able to do this. You know what? For me, I can say I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. That just may be one response that I have. Or sometimes as we say those affirmations, I am more than enough. I am capable of doing what I've been called to do. I am equipped and ready, those things that build you up, those things that motivate you, those things that inspire you. So how are you talking back? What language? That even brings up the fact that we just recently talked about the language you speak, even which in your finances, which was in our last episode. You may want to go back and listen to that too, which was episode 59. So if you've missed some episodes, I'm just encouraging you right now to go back and listen. And then one of the other tips is space to talk. Sometimes we just need that space to talk to someone. Who are you talking to? That does matter. Who's feeding into your thoughts? What are they feeding into your thoughts? And you know what? What are you feeding into someone else's thoughts? What are you saying to someone else? And in times like that, we seek good counsel. For some, it may go to an extent of, okay, I need therapy or I need counseling. Maybe it's just talking to a spiritual leader, your pastor. Maybe, it's just time for you to arrest your thoughts. And sometimes in that moment, it comes to a point where we can just have a conversation with someone, a trusted advisor. And then, get things in check and perspective. That talk allows that to happen for you, which at times now those thoughts can start shifting, or you know what, you can trash some of those thoughts because you're saying no longer do I want to, live or think that way. And then our last one is self-reflect. What you can ask yourself, what did I learn from this action? Ask yourself that question. Often I give you questions to ask yourself, and that's that time where you're self-reflecting. You're taking time to honestly answer that question, because the reflection is your opportunity to be face to face, exploring your thoughts and gaining clarity. So think of it this way. You are allowing yourself to override the noise by the transformation that takes place in the renewing of your mind. So then, in that way, you begin to override that noise. You begin to lead in with a different action, a new perspective, a new thought. So, have you ever had so much on your mind with with what you are doing, what you want to do. And then those questions come up: when, where, how, what plays in your thoughts? It's like playing in your thoughts over and over. It's not so much of the fact that it's negative thoughts, it's the thoughts of, achieving goals, or man, I want to go into my next, but how do I start? Where do I start? Well, sometimes that's the point of guidance. That's that point of guidance and accountability, which what I am here for as your leadership and growth coach, empowering you to win in your life and career. No, it's nothing wrong. It's all right. You just need to now compartmentalize things. You're not so much in a place where you don't see it or know it or think it, but you now put things in perspective. So, and I always tell you what, growth, it all starts with you. What are you feeding? What are you allowing to come into your thoughts? Are you allowing, okay, when that thought doesn't align with what you believe, I'm not going to believe that. I'm going to trash that. I'm going to override that, override the noise. But then take the step and then listen to what you need to do, how you need to do it, but doing it in a way that helps you navigate through your life personally and professionally. So, you know what? We could take that next step together. I always want to offer that opportunity to you. And I thank you. I thank you for each time that you listen, that you take something, you learn something, and when you learn something, you pass it along to someone else. Or maybe it's something that's nudging you to take an action. Maybe a different level action where you're saying, okay, I've never had a coach. I don't know what that really means. I don't know. Man, I don't even know if I can afford that. You know what? But that's where you inquire, and you can go to gstylecoaching.com so we can work together and schedule your one-on-one. Let's do that discovery call. And you can go to gstylecoaching.com. Of course, it's in the show description. Maybe you have a group. Maybe there's a team group that you want to pour into, empower. That's what I'm here for. So let's work together. Hire me as your, as that growth coach, as that leadership coach for your organization, maybe coming in as a speaker for your event. But in all of this, it's a part where now, you know what? Hey, I've settled some things and overridden some things, that noise, because sometimes you need that one-on-one to try to settle and get to the root of some things, kind of put things in perspective, because in most cases, let's just focus on that one thing and move forward in that. So thank you so much for listening. I always say that. I thank you. Keep sharing this podcast. Leave your comments, subscribe, rate, follow, and of course, share, share, share. And in saying all of that, I just thank you for the opportunity, and know that you can always, to help keep spreading this word, to help this podcast keep airing, you can buy me a coffee. So you know what? You can support this show. And it is in the show description. You just go click that link, support the show, and you say, well, you know what? Maybe I don't need coaching right now, but I just want to support this show because it's been a blessing to me. It's helped me, maneuver and navigate through some things. It's helped me see things in a different perspective. It allowed me to be more motivated in how I move forward. Man, you know what? It's just been some positive conversation for me as I'm driving to work, or maybe listening at work, or maybe you're at home, you're cleaning and you're just listening. But whatever that is, your support matters so much. And I thank you so much for listening. And in saying all of that, until next time, sisters, let's keep growing, because it all starts with you.